Blocking is arguably one of the most exciting plays in volleyball, but to stop a rally dead in its tracks, it takes precision, focus, and an entire team effort.
You know, there's a lot of things involved, like footwork, handwork, a lot of eye vision. So, you know, what we're trying to do is making sure that we slow the game down.
With only 3 games in the books, the Ohio Volleyball team has shown a strong presence on the net. In Hawaii last weekend, the green and white posted 26 blocks against Arizona State.
It's just like a momentum shifter because the other team has the ball and then you just like end their play really fast. So it just gives your team a lot of momentum and excitement.
But this feat hasn't come without hard work and determination. The new coaching staff has challenged middle blockers such as Karin Bull and Shelby Walker to lay the groundwork for defensive stops.
And there's a lot of communication that goes on also. Like, we're always talking to our pin blockers and how we're going to set up. They're talking to us. We're watching them on the other side of the net also. You see, like, when the attackers and their job, when they start jumping, you want to be up in the air holding your block.
I think that we have challenged them to be a little more accountable. You know, we want them to have that type of voice. You know, we just don't want them to be like asking coach every single time what they need to be doing. You know, we want for them to get to the point that their decision is their decision.
This communication is vital for a successful block. In order for middle blockers to line up, they need to be confident in their players' presence behind them. Blockers must also coordinate with one another and have the chemistry to attack in sync.
Blocking in specific, it's a lot of timing. It's a lot of little things, details, and that's what we want them to realize, that it's no how much are we doing, but how are we doing it.
The season has just begun, but Bull has already received praise across the MAC for her play on the net. She won MAC East Defensive Player of the Week after posting 14 blocks during the Bobcats opening weekend. This was Bull's first ever weekly conference accolade.
Well, I think this year they gave more responsibility to the middles for blocking. So like they're like the head of the blocking, and we have to tell everyone else, like if they're blocking line across, we just tell both the pins that, and where we're starting like our bases, you have to tell them if we're starting bunch or spread. So it's just like a lot more responsibility for the middles. So I think that helps me grow more as a player.
We're never surprised about that. She just being so solid for us, and in the past she's been that type of player. She never had that chance, that opportunity.
Regardless of early season acknowledgments, the Bobcats are far from perfect.
Working more with the communication, since those signals are still new, sometimes there can still be a miscommunication, or we just really have to work on, we're getting there early, but now just like push over the net more, even more than normal.
And I think the more chances you give them, the more they impress you. You know, I think that sometimes they try so hard to do something they're not used to, so they don't feel good about doing it, you know, but whenever they're doing things over and over again, they get to the point that it feels like second nature for them.
This early season success means that without a doubt, down the road, Ohio will be asking teams to hit them with their best shot.